The choice is very, very clear, and here's what it is: freedom versus free stuff. Now, here's what I want you to remember tonight. Out of those two, you can only have one: free stuff or freedom. It is up to you to decide, which one do you want? Which side stands for free stuff? You vote for one side and you're going to get, free cash. They'll take care of you. They'll put gas in your car. They'll pay for your mortgage. They'll bail out every bank. They'll give you free health care, free retirement, free unemployment benefits, but it's not free. I mean, it is free for some people like Timothy Geithner, Charlie Rangel, Tom Daschle, those people. But everybody who actually has to pay their taxes are going to get stuck with the bill. We know the perils of free stuff and the mentality. It leads to massive waste. It leads to massive corruption and slavery. And you could see it every day. Today is no difference. Today, we finally found out what happened to all those missing Solyndra tubes. The Obama administration knew that Solyndra was in serious financial trouble, but chose to spend $500 million of your money and invest it in Solyndra. Well, it failed, obviously. Why did they do that? Corruption, and they thought they knew better. But instead of liquidating the millions and millions of dollars worth of brand new equipment to recoup some of the losses, they literally got caught tossing them in dumpsters. Brand new stuff that you paid for. By going to work and paying your taxes, you paid for the stuff they were throwing out in garbage cans. But they didn't throw out everything. What happened to the rest? Well, these are tubes. These are now being put to use, good use, one that will make you feel good, too, at UC Berkeley, California, as an art exhibit. The federal government spent $535 million of your dollars, and the only thing you've got left to show for it is 1,000 tubes in an art display at a university you'll never go to. That's $535,000 per tube. And all you can do with it is look at it. Well, at least you got something, huh? Today, we also learned that the city of Detroit's Water and Sewage Department pays a full-time horseshoer in Detroit for the water department, which doesn't have a single horse. The position, in case you're interested in applying, pays $29,245 in salary, but you also get $27,000 in benefits. A total compensation package can be yours for $56,245. You have to be able and willing to shoe a horse, although you'll never ever shoe a horse because they don't have horses. The job description was last updated in 1967, and it reads to shoe horses and to do general blacksmith work. Okay. Have you seen Detroit? Detroit's on fire, but they can't cut this position. No. The local union president said this, quote, "It is not possible to eliminate positions." He's a blacksmith without a horse. He hadn't had a horse in 67, man. What are you doing? What they really mean here is because the department employs twice as many employees per gallon as any other major city. So it takes 2 people to go down and run to the stream and get the water, where everybody else pays them 1. And I don't know if they have a blacksmith in every other city. There's also a new report today about a brand new Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Remember, this is the one the Obama administration created to promote fairness and transparency for mortgages, credit cards, and other consumer financial products and services. Okay, this is to protect you, remember? Freedom or free stuff. They're going to protect you. They're going to make sure you're not being ripped off. Now, they are going about not ripping you off in the strangest of ways, namely by spending $479,354 for sign language translation services. This is assisting 2 entry-level employees to help resolve their communication issues. Their communication wait a minute, we're a country going broke, and so we don't get ripped off, so we have more of our money. They're spending $479,000 for 2 employees? Did you notice that you could, how'd you do the interview when you hired them? How did you have the communication issues? I mean, could you solve that communication issue maybe at half the cost of $500,000? No. No, they also shelled out $4,500 per employee to, quote, take a banking law fundamentals class at Georgetown University. Whoa, really? Hang on. I got a crazy concept, but what do you say we start hiring people who already know the fundamentals of banking law instead of sending them there? This is the excuse that Elizabeth Warren gave when she was asked why workers are being hired at twice the maximum allowed. Twice the amount maximum. Over a dozen new hires earn $225,000 a year of your money. Then they're handed out generous bonuses and all kinds of packages. A student intern made $51,620. But the reason why Elizabeth Warren said we had to pay all of that, because these are highly qualified and experienced employees who now have to be sent to get the fundamentals of banking law? Really? Boy, I have some sign language I could use right now, but I won't. Can you hear me communicating here, Washington? That's the free stuff. Think. That's option number 1. Big government, it's not their money, they don't care, they spend it any way they want. If you're in that flow of getting free stuff, you might think, oh, this is great, but it doesn't last. They waste millions. When there's no bottom line, they don't worry about it. It's not their money, it's yours. Now, there is another choice. The other choice is freedom. Freedom is tough, because you got to do it. But there is good news on this front. When I said the free stuff, you notice at the beginning, I didn't say it was the Obama administration that was offering the free stuff, because the free stuff is also offered by the Republicans. I don't trust either side. I don't think you do either. Progressives infected both sides of the aisle. One is worse than the other, but progressives are there. The main difference between the two sides is at least conservatives have recognized the problem and are beginning to address it. The GOP establishment is being rocked to the core. Good. Last night, I got a note from David Barton. He is out at the GOP convention, and he's helping build the platform. This update should give great hope to you. The Republican Party has now adopted 11.5 out of the 12 Freedom Work platform planks. I don't think, when I talked to Freedom Works about 4 months ago, they didn't think that they were going to be able to get to it. They hoped they could get some of their platform in. If you remember, it's this audience that helped develop that platform. We asked you to vote and to make a choice on the 12 proposed Freedom Work planks, and here they were. The 12 are: repeal Obamacare, pursue patient-centered care. That one's been adopted. Stop the tax hikes. That's been adopted. This is now the GOP platform, gang. Reverse Obama's spending increases. Adopted. Scrap the code, replace it with a flat tax. That's been adopted. Pass a balanced budget amendment. Adopted. Reject cap and trade. Adopted. Rein in the EPA. That's not strong enough. Unleash America's vast energy potential. Adopted. Eliminate the Department of Education. 10, reduce the bloated federal workforce. 11, that one was adopted. 11 was adopted, curtail excessive federal regulation. And believe it or not, the GOP has adopted audit the Fed. Wow. The only one the GOP has failed to adopt was the elimination of the Department of Education, and I'm not surprised. No one has the spine to actually eliminate a department, but it needs to be eliminated as well the EPA does as well. But FreedomWorks believes this is a partial victory on that last one because the GOP did articulate the need for more local control of schools and the endorsement of school vouchers. That is a good sign, especially on the heels of Romney picking Paul Ryan for his VP. He could have easily picked Tim Pawlenty, but he didn't. And another encouraging sign, Romney picked Jay Sekulow. Jay is going to be one of the advisors on selecting judges for Mitt Romney. If you don't know who Jay Sekulow is, you should. He's one of the top lawyers for religious freedom in the country. He is a warrior on the legal battlefield for expanding liberties and civil rights. This is a high five kind of moment. Time magazine called him a powerful counterweight to the ACLU and said he was one of the 25 most influential evangelicals in America. When 912ers were being audited at suspicious rates, it was Jay that we called, and it was Jay who stepped in and helped with the defense. You never know who Romney will ultimately pick for the Supreme Court, but there is at least a direction here. And he is listening to people we want him to listen to. The earth under the establishment GOP is shifting, and the earth under the Obama administration is nothing but sand.